All right, and we are live. Hello, hello, hello out there. This is Community Care Development Network coming to you on this amazing Healthy Tuesdays. And for those of you who are not aware, we are now doing Healthy Tuesdays from a virtual setting due to the things that are happening with COVID-19. And so we have reached out to professionals in different varieties of healthcare, doctors, nutritionists, insurance, and those who, and even in the spiritual area, those who have the expertise and the knowledge to share with you things and ways to not only live a healthy lifestyle, but to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And so today we have Mr. Powell, Gregory S. Powell, who is with us from the insurance world. And he has been in a licensed state insurance agent for over 8 years. And he can insure in 9 states. He promotes health in Medicare, land banking products. He is just a wealth of knowledge in this event of insurance, financial security. And today we're going to talk about preparing for life events. It's a daunting topic, but it needs to be discussed. So many people are living without medical and life insurance, and when the arrangements come, they don't know what to do. And so we wanted to reach out to some of our colleagues about this process and things that we need to know about insurance, life insurance, medical insurance, and all of the above. So without further ado, Mr. Powell, thank you for coming in and talking with us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's been a long day for me. I've been doing some training and always looking to improve, and got a chance and opportunity today to meet with the president of the company, the office manager of the company, and the CEO of the company today. And it was such a blessing. I learned so much from them today about this industry, and we had lunch, so we broke bread. It was just an amazing day. And then the Lord blessed me with the application today. And uh, it's just been a long day, but I'm truly grateful. And most importantly, I'm excited about just speaking to the audience, speaking to your people, speaking into you. There's a lot of things about the insurance industry that we're not really privileged to or that we are aware of. And it's our job as a professional in this industry to at least let people know what they have. Because what was $10,000 10 years ago was $10,000. But today, most people's insurance back then doesn't keep up with inflation. So $10,000 back then is really not $10,000 today, because we see where funeral costs has continued to increase and increase and increase, and that's simply because of our current tax base, and inflation.
So tell us a little bit about the company. Tell us about the products that you have. Tell us about some of the things that you've seen in the insurance world, and tell us how the products that you have can help our, let's just say, the average elderly person that, they're retired, they're living on a fixed income, and they didn't think to get, life insurance, or they have a very minimum life insurance policy that will not cover the entire expenses. And tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you. Well, September, as you know, is Life Insurance Awareness Month. Um, and one of the things that we do at Legacy Assurance is we help seniors with financial matters, especially with insurance and final arrangements, final expense. And just to share a quick story with you, and this is just to show how we don't know how important it is to get insurance. I have a friend that his grandmother had been paying for insurance for years, and she had a $75,000 policy, which she thought. She passed at the age of 68 years old, and she did not know that she had term insurance, and it expired at the age of 65.
Oh.
Most people don't know that term insurance only lasts for a certain amount of number of years. So in the state of Alabama, 65 is the cutoff for term insurance. And term is short for terminate, which means you actually have to die before that age limit in order to get your full face value. Otherwise, you're just going to get what you paid into it. And by term insurance being a less expensive product, you're not really paying a whole lot for it. And we've seen the commercials where you can get $100,000 for $8.50 a month.
Right,
It's
right,
term insurance.
right.
And in most cases, it's probably term insurance with automatic renewal.
Mhm.
And what that means is every year, that price continues to go up and up.
Mm.
Okay. So when she passed at 68, they thought she had $75,000 worth of insurance. But in actuality, the insurance company only paid what she paid into it, which was $3,800. So imagine their surprise when you only have $3,800, and most funerals cost anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000.
Wow.
And that price is steadily going up. So here at Senior Life, one of the things we do, we look at what you have and explain to you what you have, because most times the agent didn't explain it to where they could fully understand it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sometimes that's just an oversight because they're rushing to get to the next appointment. So we'll explain to you what you have, and then we'll come up with a plan that's going to best fit your budget, one, and that's going to take care of all your final expense needs. Because, yes, ma'am.
So I can tell you off the bat, okay, if I have, let's just say I know I can afford $50 to $60 a month in insurance. Y'all will find a plan that will fit in that budget that'll take
Yes.
care. That is
Yes.
just amazing to me. Wow.
Yes. And here's the other thing. With the company, we have a concierge service. And what that does is, instead of you trying to plan for everything, the company, we will come in and negotiate costs with 3 different funeral homes. Because let's back up a minute. Generally, what happens when a person dies is the beneficiary would take the insurance policy up to the funeral home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The funeral home will see that you have $20,000 worth of insurance. You can rest assured you're going to have a $20,000 funeral. Now, that still leaves your family with nothing. So what we do, we step in and do all the negotiating. You know, even if it's one that you have chosen that you like, we'll go to them first and say, look, you know, we're handling all the expenses for Mrs. Holmes. And we also are talking to this funeral home and this funeral home. You know, so we shopping around. So what they're going to do is they're going to try to give you the best price possible, because guess what? They want your business. Because this is an opportunity for them to show their work in front of your family and friends. So they're not thinking about the person that's dead because they're gone. But they want to put on a good enough show, theatrical, to where, you know, someone in the audience may say, you know what, they did a very good job. They did a very good job in dressing them, in making them look, you know, at peace, and, everything was just beautiful. Okay. So they gonna try to get that job. So let's say you had 20,000 and we negotiated costs of say 12,000. Okay. So now we bring that back to the beneficiary and say, hey, here's your final cost. Which one do you want? You choose B. Okay. So we take B back to that funeral home and say, okay, they want to go with this one. So now take off the casket. They already own the casket. Take off the vault. They already own the vault. Take off the headstone. They already own the headstone, which now is going to minimize the cost of that $12,000 funeral, probably by half. So now you're paying 6,000, and guess what? 14,000 is still left with your family.
I can't tell you what a relief that is
Oh my
for a
God.
lot of
Yes.
families, that especially if they are truly in a real deep grieving process. This is
Right.
such a relief to know that there is such a product out there, such a company out there that will, do the shopping around for you, that will truly have your back. And that's what we need, especially in our community. We need honest people, honest companies that are going to work for us and not against us. And so switching gears a little bit, we talked about some of the elderly products, but you guys don't only sell insurance for elderly, you also work with the younger crowd as well. So tell
Yes.
us a little bit about that.
Well, one of the products that I like is a fraternal insurance company, which means that it's membership based. And by it being membership based, with the children, it actually builds cash value up in this product. So you have a guaranteed interest rate, and the money that is being built up in that account can be used. It can be gifted to that child when they graduate from college, or it can be gifted to that child to use the cash to go to college. By it also being a fraternal insurance company, children can have the opportunity of getting scholarship money just by participating heavily in community service.
Oh my, that is
Yeah.
amazing. And we
So,
don't know enough about that.
right. So, um, their junior year, they will write an essay just explaining who they are, letting them know who they are and the work that they've been doing. And it awards them scholarship money as well.
I would like to know more about that. Do grandparents get to delve into that too? I got a grandbaby. I would love to get that from her.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can do grandparent gifting with these
Okay.
products.
Oh my,
Yeah,
that is
you sure
awesome.
can. And by doing it younger, meaning that the cost is going to be very minimal, but you can overfund it. And now you have really started creating a savings account on steroids, basically. That's the best way to explain it. Because say for instance, if you do them and they're say 5 years old, that policy, a $50,000 policy would probably cost about $8, maybe 10. But say you say, okay, that's good. Let me put $50 away a month, and you pay that. And guess what? That cash is just going to build up, build up, build up. Now, by the time they graduate from high school, you got a nice little stack of cash over here that you can use, because by being a IUL product, and IUL is an index universal life. So wherever you see I in insurance, it means index, meaning they're taking your premium, investing it for you, and you're getting a return. So with that also, you have code IRS code 7702A. And what that is tax-free interest, tax-free transfers, tax-free withdrawals, total protection. So you have full control of that product. And you
That
can
is
always, so
amazing.
you can look at it as your own personal bank and you can withdraw from that without it being a taxable event, and you don't have to claim it as income when you do your taxes.
That is amazing. I'm going to be
Yes.
calling you. I'm going to set that up
Yes.
most definitely. And I'm going to tell my kids about it too, because they're young enough. They're 20.
Oh, baby.
So,
If I knew about this in my 20s, I'd probably be sitting in a lawn chair with a umbrella in my cup.
oh, wow. Oh, wow. So I'm going to
Because
get
the younger
everybody
you
on
get
board.
involved, the
Hmm.
more money you save, and the more money, well, at that point in time, you can just decide when you want to retire.
Wow.
Really.
Wow. I'm just blown away about this party. So you've got a presentation you wanted to kind of share with us before we wrap up. Do you want to share it? Give us a little bit more insight.
Okay, sure. Okay. This is part of an in-house survey that we do. And basically what we do is introduce people to legacy assurance. Legacy assurance is a burial manufacturer, burial product manufacturer. So they create caskets, they create vaults, headstones, urns. And truth be told, a lot of the funeral home companies purchase from us. We have over 250 different models to choose from. So legacy, mission, and values about us. Legacy Assurance is a company committed to helping reduce the financial and emotional stress that can come with planning a funeral at the time of need. Not only are we determined to help our clients organize their wishes for final arrangements, but we are also proud to offer funeral merchandise at a fraction of what it would cost from a funeral home. We even take our dedication to our clients a step further by acting as liaison between their loved ones and the funeral home, ensuring that the selected plan is carried out with minimum stress to those who must see to the final arrangements. By choosing Legacy Assurance, you can rest assured that your family will have an experienced representative they can trust by their side during the emotional, trying time. And our mission is basically providing outstanding customer service, only carrying, offering high quality products. Our values are honesty, integrity, and treating people the way you want to be treated. So that's just peace of mind. Because usually when a loved one goes on to glory and the beneficiary is left, you know, trying to sort this thing out, you're not thinking right, you're very emotional, you're shocked, you're in a state of unbelief. And we step in and say, look, you sit back, we'll do all the footwork, we'll do all the negotiating, and we'll be with you till after all this is over. So instead of calling the funeral home, you call your agent, and your agent will call Legacy Assurance, and within an hour, they'll be already working for that family.
I love it. I love it. Having someone in your corner that can help you, and you've already paid for the service, so they're just
Yes.
fulfilling the customer service piece on their end to make sure you get what you paid for. I like
And you
that.
know what's amazing, Tamika? It's only $4 a month to get that service.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be included into your monthly premium. So say for instance, if your monthly premium is $50, 46 of that is going towards the insurance and the $4 is going towards the legacy assurance.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
what's going to get you your casket, your vault, and your headstone or your urn if you decide to go cremation.
So you're paying for everything you need beforehand.
Absolutely.
I'm really
Absolutely.
liking this. So if someone should need these services, whether they are a young person, an elderly person, what would they need to do? How can they get in touch with you?
They can call me, but the best way to get in contact with me really is through my email address because
Okay.
I'm constantly checking my email address.
So it's the same
And
one we use, or is it a different
yes,
one? Okay.
BamaElite9@gmail.com.
Okay. Bama
Well,
Elite
let,
9.
let's 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 change that.
Okay.
Let's go to C1 Properties and the number
Okay.
9.
CONE.
The number 1
Oh, C, the number 1
and
properties.
properties and the number 9
And number 9.
at
At,
gmail.com.
okay, good. So when we put this information out, it'll be available for them.
Yeah.
Um, I appreciate you just taking the time to explain this because, nobody really wants to talk about it, but 2 things that are promised to us in this lifetime. My accountant said this to me a long time. She said, death and taxes. So
That's it. That is it.
she said,
That is such the truth.
death and taxes are the 2 things that are
Yeah.
promised to us. And
Look,
so,
further down in that presentation, it'll say there's one thing that you cannot avoid, and that is death. What did they say? Death. I can't remember all of them, but it's in the presentation, and we all gonna die. We all
it's
gonna die,
it's
whether we want
it's
to or not. We are all going to die.
yeah.
Now, are you going to have everything in place, or are you going to leave your family in a financial uproar? I mean, it's just so taxing on a family when they don't have insurance. Now
Mhm.
everyone has to pitch in to pay for this funeral. And
Right.
you can rest assured you're going to pay between 10 and probably $16,000 because the prices has been every 5 years it jumps between $3,000 and $5,000.
Mhm. When my dad passed, I think we might have paid around 7 or 8, and now it has gone up, and that was back in 2005. So
Yeah,
between
I
7
was
and
going to
8.
guess 2007.
Yeah. So
So
thinking about, what it will cost now, it's time. I mean, we waste enough money on stuff,
everything.
from everything from food to
Yes,
going to get tattoos. Don't
yes,
waste your tattoo money. Don't waste your food money on that. I mean, if you're a young person, put that $8-10 up and put it into something that's gonna get you a return on
truth be
investment.
told, we all have habits,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
we spend money on our habits,
that's true.
you know.
That's true.
Now, some of those habits are not good for us, but we still do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah, that
Let's
is
just
true.
be real about it.
That's the honesty of the situation. But this is
But
something that's good for you.
but if you love your family, put insurance in place so they will not have to do this on their own.
That's good.
And it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to do it
Hmm.
because anything is better than nothing.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's just the truth.
Well, I appreciate you coming aboard. Thank you for joining us on this Healthy
It has
Tuesday.
been my pleasure.
This is going to be the first of many conversations that we have because you got some other stuff for us, some financial
I do.
wellness stuff.
I
And
do.
so we're going to be kicking it with Greg here the next few months, y'all. Most
Let's do
definitely.
it. You know, I love to share. If if
Oh,
if 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 it's going to edify, I don't have a problem sharing because we say this a lot at our church. Iron sharpens iron, and that is a true fact.
that it does. That
So
it
if
does.
I can strengthen you in an area that you're weak, that means that we are both that much better. Because I'm
Awesome.
certain that there's something that you can share with me that I don't know, and I just got wiser for it.
Well, I know I got a whole lot wiser during this segment. So, and yes, I am going to be a client. Trust and
Amen.
believe. I'm going to be giving you a call by Friday. I'm going to go talk to my husband here in a minute and say, hey, we got another insurance opportunity. So let's do
Yes.
this.
Yes.
So,
And also I just want to put that out. If you keep your income options open, get in contact with me. I'll send you some information to look at, and then we'll have a conversation. Just that simple.
Good
Because
deal.
there's a lot of people out here that needs help. And if you can create a financial empire by doing it, why not?
Awesome. 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 Thank you so much, Greg. Well, this is Tamika Holmes with Community Care Development Network, and we are bringing you information on this Healthy Tuesdays, enough to help you grow wiser in the future. So we will see you on the next Healthy Tuesday.
Amen.
Thanks.